Palm City, Florida, Manchester, Connecticut, and Tennessee have a chance to stick around and watch the major leaguers play tomorrow night, but their chances of winning this tournament are all over. So we still got a whole bunch of teams still involved in it, and we're looking forward to it with Jess Mendoza and Tim Kirkshin. I'm Carl Ravitch. Welcome again to our great vantage point here at Lombardi Stadium. I don't know, you covered 1 million no-hitters in Major League. What do the players who get no-hit tell you about the next time on the field?
Well, it'll be much easier for the Louisiana team because they don't have to face Gavin Weir. He has thrown close to 600 pitches in this postseason, and he's given up one hit in 600 pitches almost. Yesterday, 15 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. I've been coming here for 6 years. This is the best, most dominant pitcher I've seen. So it'll be easier for Louisiana tonight. Plus, they have Isaac Boudreau going for them tonight. He's 6 feet tall. He weighs 170 pounds, and he throws close to 70 miles an hour. He's way bigger than you, Ravi.
We'd be looking way up at him. If he's 6 feet, we have no chance. And we have to stand on these. On the other side, so Pennsylvania, of course, they got a guy on the mound they have a great deal of faith with. They're athletic. They didn't have a great game, losing to Oregon early.
Yeah, you mentioned athletic. Okay, Jalen Bowman for Pennsylvania. Yeah. He redefines multi-talented. Not only does he play baseball, he's running track, he's swimming, he's in the math club, he plays piano, and oh, by the way, he's the leadoff batter with a huge double to actually lead them off in their last game. He'll play shortstop, he'll pitch, pretty much does it all, and he is a big leader on this Pennsylvania team.
And earlier, Julie had a chance to talk with Jalen.
Thanks, Ravi. I am here with Jalen. Very excited about that. Jalen, I know you've been dreaming about playing in this Little League World Series since you were like 6 years old. You're here. What is it like to finally be here?
It's amazing. You know, like you said, I've been dreaming about this since I was 6, watching the Little League World Series, watching Monet Davis and all the other Pennsylvania players. It's been unreal, and it's been a dream come true coming here to play.
And is this true? You play baseball, flag football, you run track, you swim competitively, you play the piano, you're in a math club. I want to know, how do you find time to actually sleep?
It's actually really hard. I have to manage all that precisely, and then I'll play baseball at the end of the day, and then I'll have some rest.
And then you do get some rest. Okay,
yeah.
Good. I'm glad about that. Lastly, what makes this Pennsylvania team so special?
Everybody plays a part in this team. If one person doesn't do it one day, then the rest of the team will, and we'll pick each other up. That's why I think this team's so special.
Beautiful. Jalen, Grace, best of luck today.
Thank you.
All right, Julie and Jalen, thank you very much. Capital J for both. Dugout getting it done with the Lafayette, Louisiana kids before we see the first pitch. We'll take a timeout and be right back to Lombardi in the World Series.
ESPN is presented by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G, and in part by Honda.
All right, so who is the man behind the mask? That's a Hall of Famer.
That's M-R-O-C-T-O-B-R, Mr.
B-E-R. Yeah, Mr. October. That's Reggie Jackson. He's in the house tonight as he threw out the first pitch. And everybody that's on the field knows what Reggie Jackson has accomplished. They may not necessarily love what Reggie accomplished. We've seen him play for Oakland. We've seen him play for the Yankees, handful of other teams. Never for the Phillies, though, or for any team generally cheered on by the kids from Louisiana. Oaks, Pennsylvania, they will root for the Phillies. Maybe a little Oriole love, too, being close to Baltimore. Population, small. Junction of Perkiomen Creek and Schuylkill River. Let's meet the kids that are gonna come up first.
My name is Matthew Strom, and my favorite food is Kenny Burgers.
My name is Jude Schubert, and my favorite baseball player is Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
My name is Jalen Bowman, and my favorite emoji is the muscle emoji.
My name is Ryan McVeigh. My favorite actor is Kevin Hart.
Hi, my name is Carter Bunn, and my favorite emoji is the rolling eyes.
My name is David Lovig, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
My name is Sean Kenny, and my favorite food is the Kenny Burger.
My name is Jack Schminsky, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
My name is Timmy Burns, and my favorite subject is math.
My name is Cooper Finero. My favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm Sam Buckley, and my favorite rapper is Lil Uzi.
My name's Jack Rambo, and my favorite actor is Will Ferrell.
My name is Thomas Sergio, and my favorite emoji is the sunglass emoji.
My name is Blaze Santo, and my favorite food is watermelon.
We got 5 substitute players for this Pennsylvania team. They're carrying 14. And there they are, just all blown up. Now they're going to try to blow up this Louisiana team. We got the managers, Ben Ludwig, Louisiana, Stephen Menard.
Okay, I'll work around. All right, you got it.
Talk with the umpire down there at third base as we get set for first pitch tonight. And he is a big one. Tim talked about it. Isaac Boudreau. They call him the Iceman. He's got a few nicknames. The Iceman, the Ace.
The big guy.
The big guy.
Favorite athlete, Freddie Freeman.
And his catcher is Sawyer Watkins, who's 4'5".
Yep.
And the pitcher's 6 feet tall. The beauty of baseball, open to all shapes and sizes.
Third baseman's playing about 12 feet away from the batter. And the first pitch is a little tower activity to our guy Jalen Bowman, the shortstop. So Cole Schexenreiter is, when you see, either anticipating a ground ball or has the greatest reflexes of any third baseman ever. That's in there for a strike.
I'm not sure I'd be that comfortable being that close to a kid that can really swing the bat with an aluminum bat.
He's not moving back either. Here's the next one on a 1-1. That misses outside. 2 balls and a strike.
I don't think I've seen someone that close without it being a bunt situation. I mean, that's like in his grill.
It's a pretty big rip for somebody who's not giving the indication he's going to lay a bunt down. So maybe now Cole Schexenreiter will move back a few feet. Nope.
Well, not too many balls go in play against Isaac Boudreau. 9 2/3 innings, 14 strikeouts. Yeah, let's get back on the dirt. A little safer.
Relocated. And the 2-2. There you go. High strike. He chased it. And Boudreau, who threw 9 innings in the regionals and struck out 14 with only 1 walk, off to a good start.
He likes to elevate the fastball. Talking to coaches ahead of time, I mean, he's the champion. He has so many nicknames. He pitched the state championship, the regional championship. He would have pitched game 1, but they liked the matchup. Nick Brown against South Dakota.
Sam Buckley, who is the pitcher for Pennsylvania, bats now. A little late on that fastball with some giddy up on it. Big Isaac Boudreau pouring in a 4-seamer right at the letters.
And like Jalen Bowman, this is a really good athlete. Sam Buckley, big basketball player, loves Allen Iverson, says, I break ankles like Allen Iverson.
Ooh.
Sorry, nobody, and I mean no one in the league has ever broken ankles like Allen Iverson.
Popped up, maybe playable. Catcher says he's got it, he snares it. Sawyer Watkins snared it. Got something in his eye. Got all sorts of things going on for Sawyer, but there are 2 down. That is a hard play.
Oh, and it is a lot of times you'll see a catcher try to flip around because the ball ends up moving back towards you instead of away from you. He didn't get a chance to do it, still made the grab.
And here's Tommy Sergio, and for the first time the third baseman is actually even with the bag. Heck of a play by Sawyer. 2 down.
Tommy's dad, Tom, is one of the coaches here, one of the top 50 ACC baseball players ever. And if you want to see infield done properly, you should have watched Pennsylvania before this game. That was breathtaking.
Breathtaking. I love Tim watching you watch pregame.
I could watch infield all day. The integrity of the infield you take often tells you what kind of team you have. And Pennsylvania was seamless.
And I'll vouch for Louisiana. Theirs was pretty impressive, too. That ball is lifted to left towards the line. Dylan Menard right there. He tracked it down. And a 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Boudreau. Good defense, good pitching, and we're sprinting in. We're going to get a chance to hit. See Louisiana at the plate when we come back. One half in the books. Bottom first coming up. Louisiana had a very good regional. The team hit 360.
Hey, watch him how he pitches.
So we may have another one of those great pitching matchups at the Little League World Series. We saw how effective the big fella was, Isaac Boudreau. Here's Sam Buckley, and he can bring it too. Landon Kraft, the leadoff guy, and he turns one around. That one is down just like that. A fastball into center for a hit.
Landon Kraft is my favorite player in this game only because he read The Science of Hitting by Ted Williams, the greatest baseball hitting book ever. And as Ted Williams used to say, jump the first pitch if it's a strike. And there he is with a knock on the first pitch.
How about a knock? How about the first knock for Louisiana at the Little League World Series after being no hit? And some more heat, and this team looks like they're ready to face that.
Swinging at the first pitch. I mean, they had to sleep on Gavin Ware and what he did. Now they're ready to hit. In fact, their BP today, their coach Steve Madar was saying, is the best that they have all year. They were just looking forward to making some contact, getting back out there.
Well, Sam Buckley has brought 2 fastballs, and both they made contact on. One was a hit. It's a fastball flamethrower. Louisiana looks ready. Eli Clark. That's a good pitch.
And another kid we see going exclusively from the stretch. It makes sense, especially when you're a big kid like this. Fewer moving parts, and his velocity is the same from here as in a full windup.
5'7", 128 is Sam Buckley on the mound. Next one, another fastball, and he is gone. That is 72. From the distance, you put him back on the mound. We'll see tomorrow night over at Bowman. That's a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh, Rav, you weren't kidding. The pitching matchup similar to early, getting upstairs. A little four-seam fastball. Look how quick this will get on you and by you. Sam Buckley showing it early.
See if Nick Brown swings at the first one. Oh. He just misses with another fastball. So we're seeing velocity tonight we haven't seen on this field before. Nick's the first baseman. That's a good one. Boy, Brian Horn behind the plate. Feels like he's going to be able to call a lot of strikes tonight.
And Ravi, he should too. When in doubt, call a strike here. Let's get these kids in swing mode as opposed to too tight a strike zone. To me, that serves no purpose.
Nickname is Nicky Bear at 5'9", 106. That one is a little bit off. 2 balls and a strike. His mom called him that. Sister made signs last year. He started being called that nickname when he was 7. And when you're now 12 and it's stuck for 5 and ain't leaving. Oh, another one just outside, and a good eye from Nick Brown. Tempting to swing at those pitches. They start in the strike zone, then tail away. See if he grooves one at 3-1, and Nick jumps it. And a little late.
He wanted to groove. He was thinking what you were thinking. Buckley was a step ahead.
And when Nick isn't playing, he's playing chess. We love any kid this age who's good at that game.
That's outside. That's a walk. And sprinting down to second base goes Landon Kraft. He'll stop there, but first and second with one down. Must feel really good to have a base runner for Louisiana. You know, they had the 2 walks late in that game against Gavin, but this has got to be a different feel.
Yeah, Coach told me, he said, we just ran into a buzzsaw yesterday. Kind of threw us off their game. I would think so when he's throwing that hard.
Cooper Hawkins, he took something off that, throws it strike for the center fielder and the cleanup hitter. So Buckley in the regionals, and they used 3 guys really, Jalen Bowman, Tommy Sergio, and then Sam Buckley. 13 punch-outs, 4 walks. But when he's getting on top of that ball, it's coming down in that zone. It's a hard one to square up.
Yeah, those 13 punch-outs in 6 2/3 innings.
Yeah.
So he was mowing him down.
Time!
Cooper Hawkins, like so many others, has Kevin Hart as his favorite actor, and he's taller at 5'4" than Kevin Hart.
Oh, didn't offer.
Hey, now let's go. Freeze on the line. Ready for action.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Look out. Oh. Way inside, and that is coming in at 71. You're getting out of a way of a pitch at 71 miles an hour.
I say it all the time. These kids stand right on top of the plate, and they are fearless, which is so impressive at this age.
Take another breather here for Coop.
Fear of the ball runs so many kids out of this game at an early age, and these kids put their face in there and say, I'm standing on top of the plate. You do something about it.
See what happens too when these pitchers that throw so hard take something off. The hitter gets very, very excited, and they're very patient. They wait. He saw that, fouled it off. He recognized this is a little slower. Got an extra half second here. I believe we'll go back to that heat against Hawkins on a 2-2. He pulled it outside. Nice job by Sean Kenny behind the plate. Otherwise, both runners are anxious to move again. Favorite players, Mike Trout is going to be here tomorrow, and he will join us on our ABC game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking forward to talking to the former Millville Meteor, the Little League superstar who's become the best player in the majors. See how he's doing. Chasing high cheese. That's a strikeout. Punch out number 2 for Sam Buckley. And that's a big one. You don't want the bases loaded.
I like how the progression throughout the at-bat started him in his knees, went a little bit middle, up and in, and then this one up at the shoulders, getting the chase.
Isaac Boudreau will now bat 4 for 7. That's a .571 clip at the regionals. 3 singles, 1 double. Challenged him, and that had to hurt right off the mask of the home plate umpire.
So Ravi, at 6 feet 170, you've been here way longer than us. You've seen bigger kids than this, but not too many. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, not too many. A few years ago, there was a player from Japan that was that big, and he was hitting balls way up the hill.
Oh. We had that Terrence Gist guy here a few years ago from South Carolina. I asked him when's the last time he was my size. He said in the 2nd grade. That's how big he was.
A couple years ago, Cole Wagner was a very big guy too from that Redland Little League team. Off speed. Now we got a runner down first base. They throw to him. He had a chance to tag him for the 3rd out and didn't. Timmy Burns had a chance with 2 outs to just slap the tag on Nick Brown and instead went for the lead runner. Maybe he lost track of the outs.
There's your teaching lesson. You don't need to get the lead runner who's going back to the bag with 2 outs. Tag the guy right next to you.
But it comes back to communication. And this is where, you know, you see kids in between pitches reminding the outs, telling them the outs.
2-1. Boudreau popped it up, and that's going to go out of play. He also had his foot on the bag as if it was a force out, and maybe there was some things moving around in that brain where the wheels got spinning. Either way, I'm sure the coach will let him know. And a big pitch here, 2-2. Ripped into center field. Kraft is being waved in. They're going to throw to 3rd, and that is
on the bag right here, baby. On the bag.
Stopped right there. It looked like for a second it was going to go over the head of Sergio. Big RBI for Isaac Boudreau. Louisiana on top 1-0 as he knocks in Kraft.
Well, this one, Jesse, left up to a big guy who could get on top of it, and this was off speed. Gave him a little chance to get that barrel to it, and he did a really nice job serving that ball to right center field.
I love his hands. Watch his hands here. I mean, simple. He knows his size. He knows his power. He doesn't have a big swing. Great hands on a difficult pitch.
And it magnifies that missed out at first base they had a chance to get, which would have ended the inning and avoided the continued bat of Isaac Boudreau. It's Aiden LeBoeuf now, the second baseman. High intensity action here on a Saturday night. 2 pitchers that are humming. Here comes the runner, and he is safe. Good hustle. What a read. Nick Brown from 3rd base to make it 2-0. That did not get far away from Sean Kenny.
Not a bad time to try that with 2 outs. And he did. You're right, Ravi. Perfect read on that. The catcher wasn't sure whether he should make it, shovel it to the pitcher. Barely beat it.
The trail runner, Boudreau, also moved down to third base, so a similar situation still at play on a 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a lot of pitches being thrown by Sam Buckley. We're at 25. Shakes off the first one. We'll see if it's an off-speed one to LeBoeuf. Nope, he went back to the fastball and just missed outside. Not forget the 2019 Little League champions, Louisiana, lost their first game and then had to win every one moving forward, and they did to win it all. That's in the dirt. Big block by Kenny.
What was their great hitter's name, Ravi?
Reese
Roussel. 17 for 23 at Williamsport.
Little League World Series record for number of hits. 3-2 to LeBoeuf. Called strike 3. He was heading to first base with a bat in his hand like it was a walk, but he gets the punch out. And of course the radio telecast, which America is buzzing about, with Tim Kirkshin. Aiden Ludwig, not Reggie Jackson, but Bo Jackson, favorite athlete, the right fielder. Swings at one. It's a little outside the zone, but right now Boudreau is having his way. Up 0-2.
He's been very efficient. Coaches told me probably will only throw 35 pitches tonight because they have a deep, versatile staff behind it.
Look at where the catcher is right now. Oh, he nailed it. He nailed it.
I love that. I don't think I've ever seen that. He's in the other batter's box and tried to bring it over to the plate. Oh, that was great. Across his body.
Yep.
I feel you, Sawyer Watkins.
Can't stress this enough. The catcher is 4'5", and that is such a difficult position to play when your 6-foot pitcher is throwing 68 miles an hour.
They think the equipment may weigh more than Sawyer. But they love him, and generally any tournament that this team will play in, Sawyer Watkins is the one that everyone talks about when they leave. Looking forward to seeing a ball hit to the shortstop. Landon Kraft has an absolute cannon for an arm.
You should have seen him in infield. What a show that was.
No, I did see him in infield.
Sorry.
You should have been here. Oh, wait.
I was here. I'm in the room.
Sorry, Ravi. That was really rude.
2 strikeouts.
Upstairs again.
For Boudreau. It almost looks like it's got a little extra life on it, because look at how late that swing was from a good hitter in Aiden Ludwig. Now Blaze DeSanto, the left fielder. Oh.
Santo, a player that appreciates just being out there. He was injured before the 3rd game at Districts, was out till just before Williamsport. In the dugout, cheering on his teammates, couldn't wait to get back out there.
What's so impressive about Boudreau is how many strikes he throws. Big kid like this, playoffs, 9 innings, 1 walk, 14 strikeouts coming in. He's a strike thrower.
But what I like about it, Tim, and it was like it when he swung the bat too. He doesn't max effort. Like, he's literally playing catch. If you watch him, he understands his body is going to get him the velocity. He doesn't need to use everything all the time.
He's hitting a 4-iron here, not a driver, because he realizes I'm bigger and stronger than everyone out here.
19 pitches, 12 strikes.
Sawyer is standing up.
Back up the middle. Here's that arm.
Did I tell you I saw him in infield?
And you begged me. I wish I had seen him. Ravi, where were you for that? I was sitting right here. It's an awfully impressive arm, though, from Landon Kraft.
And he could take his time. You see him just make sure he's got a good grip and then watch out.
And he loves to show it off, which he should.
Cooper Fennerow is going to hit for Sean Kenny. He swings and misses at that one.
And Sean Kenny is my favorite player on the Pennsylvania team because his dad makes the Kenny burgers,
Famous.
and we will have them
We will?
during the game.
I didn't get that memo.
We'll share. 0-1. Took something off, and our guy Sawyer had a jump to catch that one. May have saved umpire Brian Horn from taking one off the old horn. Oh.
Sean is a soccer player also, and I'm not just saying this because Julie Foudy's with us, but if you play soccer as a 12-year-old, it'll make you a better baseball player because of the footwork involved.
2 balls and 1 strike. Cooper Fennerow, swing and a miss.
I would argue that playing baseball and softball makes you a better soccer player, but you just got to prioritize it.
You're right. It's both. Jeff Bagwell, Cal Rip.
The actual author of the Kenny Burger. Earlier today, he made a few for us.
This is how you make a Kenny Burger. We go with some onion, some fresh ground beef. Smash that burger. We add a little bit of mustard prior to the flip. That mustard is dancing across the grill. And you know your bun is done when the birthmark shows. And that's how you make a Kenny Burger.
Yeah, what is in that little thimble there? That seems to be the key. Yeah, that seems to look out right off the top of the helmet. Wouldn't you know it? It's the catcher, Sawyer Watkins. He's clapping on his way to first base. Thank goodness for helmets.
The 4'5" catcher gets hit in the head and runs to first like nothing happened. That's why we love that kid.
That's why we also love the protective helmet he was wearing.
Oh, Foudy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmy, were you talking about these burgers you wanted to eat? They're fantastic. These Kenny burgers, really good. I'm sorry. I don't know if I have any more. So nice of Dan. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan.
Can we get a zoom out a little bit, please, to see what's on the lap?
I feel like there was more than one. I feel like those are our burgers. She's eating all of them.
The pit bulls? Oh my gosh. And there's mustard and cheese.
Bravo!
Oh my gosh.
Bravo!
You guys hungry?
Wasn't Julie eating ice cream earlier today?
Look
at
at
another
that.
game?
You got a whole tray down there.
Oh my God.
I want to be Julie Foudy.
I was so hungry. I wish I had more. I'm gonna go find Dan. I want to talk about burgers.
Dan is somewhat occupied right now. Andrew Guidry is pinch hitting, trying to get a punt down. It was foul. Now he's behind 0-2, so he's hitting for Cole Scheckstrider. And Dylan Bernard is on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes after hitting the 7-hitter Sawyer Watkins. Good foul ball. Way to stay in there. Andrew Guidry.
And Guidry, of course, a famous name in Louisiana baseball. Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. He weighed 155 pounds, threw 95 miles an hour, and went 25-3 in 1978.
That one gets by, and off goes Sawyer Watkins to second base. I'll tell you this, if Louisiana Lightning had the benefit of Kenny burgers, may have gone to about 165. Boy. Feels like a big inning here for Sam Buckley. Down 2-zip, 7-8-9, and already runner at second. And he's missing wide with that one, 3-2.
Nice job by Sean Kenny behind the plate. We've had some catcher highlights. I know they don't sometimes get the attention unless they miss them, but it's when they make the great grabs, save the advancement.
Swing and a miss by Guidry, and that's a big battle there for Buckley to pick up his 4th strikeout.
Delivery! Oh, I mean, I've been feeding you guys all day.
I know,
this is getting ridiculous.
earlier.
Yeah, you have been great.
I know. I tried to play like I wasn't going to give you one, but I'm too nice.
You are so nice.
Awesome.
So nice.
How would you grade them?
Yes.
on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, 12.
20.
20.
Seriously, I'm going to go find Dan. I don't know what is in the Kenny burger. The kids have been talking about the Kenny burger.
You did mention the secret sauce. If you can find the secret ingredients.
Did you dunk in it?
I spread it all
You did?
over.
Okay.
Put the pickles on, put the onions on, do it all.
All right.
Do it all.
We'll let Tim do it up
Really
here.
good.
The mustard was dancing on the hamburger, he said. What a beautiful verb.
Dancing.
0-2 to Dylan Menard. You look at this team, I mean, we saw a pitcher who's 6 feet, and then you've seen a couple of kids that are clearly 4'8". We got athletes, we got big kids, we got little guys. There you go, center field. It's going to stay up though, and it's caught, and no tag. I am in love with Sawyer Watkins' effort out there. The catcher got plunked in the dome, sprinted to first, make Jude Schubert think about it.
We should call him Tom Sawyer Watkins because he's got a lot of Tom Sawyer
Love
in
it.
him.
Yep.
Causing trouble.
A little mischievous, yeah, exactly.
In a good way.
There's the shortstop with a big arm, Landon Kraft. And yes, if you're wondering, he does pitch, although in the regionals he only threw 1 2/3 innings. It's quite clear he's got an arm that would work on the mound.
Coach Steve Menard said, you know, there's always a player that everyone kind of gravitates towards, wants to hear the joke, wants to just be around. What are you eating today? How many hours of sleep did you get? That's Landon Kraft. Players just follow him. They want to be him.
Oh.
His great-great-grandfather was Molly Kraft, who played for the Washington Senators with Walter Johnson. Did I ever tell you I went to Walter Johnson High School?
Yes. I can tell the story better than Tim can.
He's mentioned it a few times.
I just do this
Did you know that he
aggravate
watched
Ravi.
infield before the game?
Yes, he watched infield. he likes the visual of Mustard dancing across the burger. 1-2 to Kraft. Mom looking on, look out. Almost got the bat. And Watkins down there at second trying to communicate with his third base coach. I'm not sure what he thought was going to allow him just to go to third.
He said it hit the bat.
Do not assume. And stop giving me palms. Play ball. Let's go.
Stop giving me. I'm using that on my boys. Don't give me the hands in the air, the palms.
I got you, Sean. I got you.
It was a really good swing there to foul that ball off. Ball's away from him. Some guys will chase that, try to pull it. He just went with it, fouled it back. It's another shot here.
That pad on that elbow does Kraft. 2-2 from Buckley, who's thrown 44 pitches. Just down full 3-2. Still throwing hard. Took something off, and then it's rolled right off the second base bag. Watkins being waved. Here's the throw. There's a cutoff back to first. And now Kraft's in a rundown. And he tagged him, and Kraft is out. The run is going to score. Good job there by Buckley to cut it off and then go cover first just in case. Louisiana adds one. If you're scoring at home, we'll go 8-1, 3-4.
Those burgers.
3-0 game. Chow time. Buddy, our coverage of the Little League World Series is presented by T-Mobile. Tim setting it up. I'm schmearing. I'm going to lift that microphone up so we can bite the burger. Let's go down and get it.
Get it, Rob.
It is unbelievable. Little League wants to thank their official sponsors, New Era Cap, Ballpark Buns and Rolls, who help maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League also wants to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. Millions of children should all have the opportunity to experience the Kenny Burger.
The mustard is now dancing in my mouth.
Yes. It's a party in Tim's mouth. Delicious. Unique. Delicious.
Whoa.
Isaac Boudreau back on third inning. First pitch, a little high. This is Jack Strzemski, one of their 5 substitute players. Straminsky is 12, 5'1", 94. Soldier Boy, his tune, and that ball's hammered to left, coming in, and oh, he makes a catch. Landon Granger had a great read on it. He sort of came in and then just took a few steps back to make the play, and that was turned around.
And I love the route. He gets over to this ball, then it keeps carrying up over his head. A little jump at the end. All the athletes in left field.
Yeah, this is an athletic team. This is a good team. Just shows you how good Gavin Weir was the other night to shut them down. Louisiana is impressive. So Straminsky flies out. Here's Jude Schuberth. He's the center fielder. He bats 8th for Pennsylvania. Down 3-zip.
Oh. And he loves to bake from scratch cakes, brownies. So I think after our Kenny's Burgers, he should send up some brownies and a cake.
A Schuberth brownie.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm in.
It's only fair.
I'm sure Foudy's already working on that.
We're going to get it before she does.
That unfortunately, she's the clearinghouse. Big swing. That just doesn't happen. Food doesn't get by Julie before it gets up here. It just doesn't. A little taste tester. Team player. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little shift in center field by Cooper Hawkins as he moves towards left, and now he takes a few steps back to center. That team's
2 balls, 2 strikes.
All moving. The orange shirts are always in motion. You see them in center, kind of drifting over towards left. Hard for a lefty to get around on a fastball. Well, that didn't miss by too much. And we go full 3 balls, 2 strikes. Look from behind home plate. That time he got the call on the corner. Strike 3, strikeout number 4 for Isaac Boudreau. So 33 pitches. We'll see, as Tim discussed, Jess, maybe he goes the 35, so he'll be eligible to come back. They have a 3-0 lead. Carter Bunn.
And he's the second baseman, and we can only hope he gets to turn a double play, because his footwork around the bag is beautiful. His transfer is tremendous. His dad, Aaron Bunn, is the infield coach of this team. He's not with the team on this trip, but he taught his son and the rest of these infielders really well.
With Carter Bunn up, though, we should think about a top 5 list of food items on the players.
Well, we're having a hamburger bun with Aaron Bunn's son at the plate.
Right. And his dad, Aaron Bunn, no relation to Aaron Boone, who all of a sudden is becoming like manager of the year guy after being fired, 4 weeks ago. Here's another strikeout. That's a very efficient 3 innings from Isaac Boudreau. I'll get a standing ovation from Dad, and a couple of sisters enjoying it. Mom very pleased. Sort of like the ship has been righted for Louisiana. They got a 3-0 lead. They haven't given up a hit. Before we even end this segment, both Kirkshin and Mendoza bury more burger. Tonight, Lomini at Volunteer Stadium. 2 stadiums in action for this 2021 Little League World Series. They'll be in action tomorrow, and hello, morning. Tom Seaver bracket, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, California, Hamilton, Ohio. These are the winning teams from their openers. 11 a.m., Honolulu, Hawaii takes on Hastings, Nebraska. Then at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, it's Abilene, Texas, Taylor, Michigan, followed on ABC at 2. Lake Oswego and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Oregon, South Dakota. Gavin Weir will not be pitching, obviously. He's texting, and I imagine the followers, if he's even on social media, have quadrupled.
And the Bears repeating, Ravi. Gavin Weir in the postseason has gotten 113 outs, 100 of them on strikeouts. Think about it.
Now, I thought the number of pitches relative to strikes was uncanny. That doesn't happen. On the ground and in the hole. Let's see, from the knees. No. Good try by Jaylen Brown, but a leadoff single for Eli Clark as he beat it out. Tommy Sergio needed to come up with that at third if you were going to get Clark out, because he can move, and it went right under his glove.
Love the effort, though. Didn't have a chance, but thrown from the knees. Jalen Bowman, by the way, you might see him mid-bubble. Hit a single, make a throw.
Nick Brown right back to the pitcher, and he'll go to second and got the lead runner. What a play by Sam Buckley. Calm, and he threw a fastball to a second baseman, Carter Bunn. That was nifty.
Normally you just get the out there, and he said, I'm getting the lead runner. We're behind, and we got to keep it here.
No slide at second base. It makes me cringe for a second.
I agree with you. Good job by Sam Buckley on the mound, and now Cooper Hawkins. He squares to bunt two, pulls it back, straight steal. In at second base, ball to center, and it'll stay right there.
So twice we've seen Nick Brown run, steal a base, score from third on a wild pitch.
You don't see that very often. Just a straight steal. Nick Brown said, I'm going to outrun the throw, and he did. The Hawkins attempted bunt, perhaps just to distract the catcher. That goes to the backstop, and that means Nick Brown goes to third base.
Good job, Nick. Come on, boy. Good. There he is. Hey,
see the pressure that a good runner puts on a pitcher and the defense.
Got to respect the 60 at this level, Ravi, and they just moved up 2 bases without putting a ball in play. Now he's at third with less than 2 outs.
One and two, 70-mile-an-hour fastball from Buckley. Sam's pitch count climbing, 52 now. Hawkins will try to score Brown from third and give them a 4-0 lead.
Oh.
Watching Nick Brown, even at third base, that anticipation of down angle. So he sees anything out of the pitcher's hand that is coming out down, that it might take a hop, he's ready to go.
And as they showed earlier, it doesn't have to get too far away from the catcher for him to go. He's running on contact there. He'll score, and that throw gets wild from third. Quickly down to second goes Cooper Hawkins. And Louisiana putting some pressure on this Pennsylvania defense.
Tommy Sergio, he does a good job knocking this down. This is where you got to communicate and tell him to hold this, because he tries to rush it with the spin move. You're spinning around, you're blind to the runner, and he just lets it loose. No chance for Timmy Burns at first base.
That ball's hit even harder when you're up like he was. You kind of handcuffed him, and you're right, Jess. You got to eat that one. Keep him at first.
So Isaac Boudreau is getting some instructions from his coach down there at third. So a single and an error on the third baseman has Hawkins at second base. Brown in. They scored 2, 1, and 1. And that pitch is outside. You'd think we're pitching carefully, right?
I was thinking that was the conversation. Just pitch around him, but you got to be careful too with runner in scoring position. Not to go too far around where Sean Kinney loses one and the runners continue to advance. Imagine that Isaac Boudreau is used to being pitched around and seeing. Almost when they call timeout, he probably has a good idea that got to make sure they bring it to me.
I think he's pitching to him, though. That last one was indicative. There's another one. So they're challenging Isaac. And I would think Sam Buckley would win most of the time that he's challenging a hitter.
And I love in Little League Baseball that you're going after the kid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we should be pitching around. I understand the strategy. I understand when a kid's really good, but so's the pitcher. Let's go get him.
2 balls and a strike. On the ground to third again. We'll look the runner back. Smartly the runner goes, and there's nobody at third. So they get the second out as Sergio fires across the diamond. Hawkins moves up to third.
Right, and Tommy Sergio did a nice job there. You got to get outs early in the game. He might have gotten him going back to second. It's not worth it. Let's get the sure out. He advances to third with 2 outs. It's all right.
Aiden LeBoeuf, the second baseman, struck out his first time up. Ball.
Aiden is a wide receiver and a linebacker. He's a football player. I say it all the time. Play as many sports as you can at this age. Makes you better in all of those sports.
Slow roller. Let's see if Brown can charge and fire quick enough. I think he did. Got him by half step. Nice play. Jalen Brown. Bowman, I should say. Jalen Bowman. That's the third out. It's 4-0 Louisiana. A 4-0 Louisiana lead. And back to the mound goes the guy that hasn't given up a hit yet, Big Isaac Boudreau. It is now time for today's family interview. That's brought to you by Greenlight, and we Greenlight Julie.
Ravi, I found Aaron and Travis, Isaac's parents. And Travis, we'll start with you. He's known as Iceman. Isaac, he's showing clearly why that nickname is sticking, throwing a no-hitter so far. What is it about his personality?
He's a relaxed kid. You know, he does a good job in not showing a whole lot of emotion and just getting up and doing a job. You know, funny story, he was probably 9 years old, and you know, he's calling me out of the dugout to hand me something off the mound, and I wouldn't cross the line, so he comes walk out to me, he spits his tooth out and hands it to me, and gets right back up on the mound and started throwing strikes. So like nothing really bothers the kid.
He just ate a bug on the mound, they said, and he spit it out. So that's perfectly fitting. I love it. Aaron, speaking of teeth, in his questionnaire, he said, I want to be a dentist, and every time I go to the dentist, I want to be a dentist more. And I said to him before the game, I'm like, what kid ever says that about going to the dentist? What is that from?
That's a kid whose mom homeschools him and wants it to pay off big time. And he wants to have sports-themed offices and comic-themed offices, and he doesn't want to be on call, you know, so he wants to go in, do his job, and go home.
Stress-free, not on call, you don't have to travel. That's good homeschooling, Mom.
Doing my best.
How special to be seeing him in this big game, in this big moment, doing as well as he is, and for the team to be doing as well as they are.
It's surreal. This is just unbelievable to be here. We've watched so many years, and we've always said, like, imagine if that's your kid, and that's our kid out there, and no matter what happens, we're always so proud of him.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the game. Thank you for sharing those stories.
Great stories. Thank you, Julie.
I want to touch the mic.
Yeah.
I love it.
So last night we had one of the kids who wants to be an orthodontist, and then today we have a dentist.
Bowman, that's driven deep to right field, going back and over the head of Eli Clark. And Jalen Bowman not stopping. He's flying to third base. An easy triple. There you go.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, great piece of hitting, dude. Hey, nobody out.
That's energy right there.
The right fielder got to that ball pretty quickly. It just shows you how fast this kid is, and he knew because he picked up the coach when he rounded first, and he got way ahead. You don't see too many pure triples in a ballpark like this, and there you go.
First hit of the game is a triple. Oh.
There's his mom and dad, track stars at the University of Michigan. He's showing off the track skills. Yes.
That is great. Great. Good for him. Here's Sam Buckley. Good hitter, and it's a 4-0 game. Leadoff man is just 60 feet away. That ball is gone. That was crushed by Sam Buckley, and a fan makes a catch in center. And just like that, the lead is cut in half. It's 4-2.
Hey. Keep him going. Keep him going.
Well, Bowman lit a fuse, and Buckley exploded.
So Buckley might think Isaac's a little shook, gave up his first hit, and he jumps the first pitch and crushes it.
That's the beauty of velocity on the flip-in.
Yep.
When you're a hitter and you got a pitcher that's throwing the ball hard, you think just get the barrel there. Sam Buckley does more than that. A little bat flip at the end. Let's watch it because it is sure pretty. And he does.
That's the definition of out over the plate. He got his arms extended.
How about the grab in center field?
Pretty good, bare hand. No doubt about it, Sam Buckley. He had a home run in the regionals, and now he's got one here at the Little League World Series. That is just wonderful. So good.
Talk about an unforgettable memory. He'll never forget that.
He's like, wait a sec, I caught it. They got to hook him up with something else, but that ball belongs in the hands of the Buckley family.
Let's get him a Kenny's burger.
No doubt.
There we go.
They're swinging now. The leadoff man, Bowman, the triple. Buckley follows it with a homer after going 0 for 9 the first time through. Back-to-back big hits.
Great idea to swing early. This kid throws strikes. He throws them often. I love that these kids at the Little League World Series are in a swing first mode as opposed to a take first.
Standing up, the catcher, Sawyer Watkins.
We can teach plate discipline as they get older, but you have to be, I want to swing first before you go anywhere else.
Well, I love the approach, especially against a strike thrower. Whoa. Sergio hit just under 500 at the regionals. Gets that call on the corner. That's nasty. That's a strikeout for Tommy Sergio. Strikeout number 6 for Isaac Boudreau, and a little settle down moment for him.
Sawyer Watkins set up way outside. Ends up actually running it back over the plate.
And now Aiden Ludwig, he struck out his first time up.
But in the regional, he hit a home run, and it said, hit this sign and you win ice cream. And he hit the sign, and everyone won ice cream. So not only hit a homer, he won ice cream for, and I think Julie ate some of it.
Oh, that's a little inside. 2 balls and no strikes. The other thing you remember from your Little League days, you always had that great player on your team, and the other team always had a great player. The respect between those two. Buckley's homer off of Boudreau is one of those moments that you get when their ace gives up the homer to the other team's ace, the best player.
That's the beauty of all the pitchers hitting, is Boudreau gets his chance too.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to see Boudreau get rattled here.
Well, he's behind 3-0. He throws a strike there.
You lose a tooth on the mound and you just hand it to your dad. I think you can handle a 2-run homer by a really good hitter.
Since the state tournament, this offense has been on fire. Upper Providence coming into the Little League World Series and outscored their opponents 99-30 and 32-8 in the regionals. Again, a little over 2 hours away from Williamsport, just outside of Philadelphia. 3-2. I think it was kind of neat too, and you're reminded, you know, because we have the kids cast here, we are going to have Monet Davis, who we got a chance to talk to for just a little while before this game. And you heard Jalen talk about watching Little League World Series, and Monet Davis mentioned by name what a significant impact her presence had, being from the Philadelphia area. That's out of play.
How cool that was, Ravi, to hear a player on this team say, hey, I looked up to Monet Davis, watched her. She influenced me as a young boy growing up and playing the game of baseball.
For about 10 days in 2014, she was the most recognizable baseball player in the country. She appeared on Sports Illustrated from the Little League World Series. That's never happened before.
Ball. That's down. Ludwig draws the walk, and you're 100% right, Tim. That was a international story. I remember that the Today Show and Good Morning America, Sports Illustrated, that became a national, international story. And Monet will be able to be heard tomorrow night on our Kids Cast, ESPN2. You'll see her on baseball tonight as well.
You're all right. Hey, it's not there. Hey, we're gonna get you out of this, right? We're gonna get you out of here. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Take your band off. You good? Relax, relax, relax. You okay? We're gonna get you out of this. All right? We're gonna go back and score some more runs. All right?
Got you, kid.
All right. Hey, go to first. Go on the right. Okay. Send Clark to shortstop. Here we go, go. Here we go.
We're going to have a pitching change. Landon Kraft coming in from shortstop. And the big fella Boudreau will go to first. Little life for Pennsylvania, down 2.
Top of the order coming up. Let's do some damage second time through, right?
Yeah, they did some damage, and it started with Jalen Bowman, who arrived at third base right in front of his home crowd. And then he gave way to Sam Buckley, who blew one over the wall in center field in a big way. The 2 runs came on just 4 pitches. The lead was cut in half, just like that. And now we've got a pitching change. It looked like Isaac Boudreau was going to join the no-hit parade the way he was going through the order the first time. And how that changed. And now Landon Kraft on the bump. He'll get Jack Rambo, pinch hitter off the bench for Pennsylvania.
So Jack Rambo lists Will Ferrell as his favorite actor, not Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised by that.
He knows Johnny Rambo? Probably not. In there for a strike. Outfield fairly shallow against Jack. Little League, of course, requires everybody in a uniform, and it depends on the number of players on your team, but we're not just carrying extras who aren't going to get in the game. You are going to play in the game.
And if you get on base as a pinch hitter, you run the bases.
Right.
You cannot be replaced.
Called strike 3. Good frame by Sawyer Watkins behind the dish. Julie?
Ravi, I found Sam's mom, Sue, and one of the things, Sue, I was talking to him about before the game is his Muscles nickname. And I said, Sam, what were you named Muscles for? He says, because I wear tankless tops and I go shirtless sometimes. Any other nicknames we should be aware of?
Slammin' Sam, Buck. He's Sammy to me, but he's probably going to kill me for telling you that.
How proud to be watching him in this moment. Slamming Sam seems very appropriate for this moment.
I couldn't be more proud of the team and of Sam. And, you know, he grew up with 2 older brothers sitting on the sidelines watching them play. And he's been waiting for this moment. And we're just all so proud of him.
Awesome. Charlie, did you give him, this is one of the older brothers, did you give him any advice before the game, and what did you say?
I just told him to play it like it's any other game.
And he seems super chill about that, right? That's his personality.
Very nonchalant.
Awesome. Enjoy the game. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That one goes to the backstop. Charlie's 18, Brad is 19, and Abby, older sister, 22. And all of them share in the pride that we just saw with Sam Buckley's home run. So down to second base goes Ludwig. Good pitch on the corner to Sean Kenny, the catcher, son of the famous Kenny Burger creator.
Those are good.
Good, bordering on great. That's outside.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Trending great. Chased one out of the zone. He's gone. Good job by Landon Kraft coming on in relief. He'll strand a runner at second. Talk about a beautiful swing.
Sam Buckley cut this lead in half with one swing. Go ahead and flip it. Attaboy.
Louisiana. Bottom 4 coming up, but before that, time for the Chick-fil-A's building blocks.
Hey, we got Eli on the mound from Team Hawaii. We're going to talk about bunt coverage. Ball down the first base line. Good. Call it out. Strong first throw. Remember, they're trying to give us an out here, so let's take one. Now, we got a runner on first base. We're expecting it. Good. Turn around. Now we know who's covering it. Ball right back to you. Set those feet. Strong throw to Zach. Potential double play. They're trying to give us an out on a bunt. If we get a double play, great. Let's just make sure that we get an out.
Sam Buckley showing us just that. Pitcher covering the bunt, coming over. Turning 2 like it's easy. And it's exactly what the bunt doesn't want to do. Shuts him down at second base, exactly like Kyle Peterson explained.
Yep, the voice of Kyle Peterson. And that is somebody who's got 3 older siblings, just calmly. I mean, how many ground balls do you think he's fielded? Fetched?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, hey, go get this one.
Well, the Hill-A-Lamity's got some people on it. Maybe they were able to get out here, get some tickets from the teams because Pennsylvania is fairly close, obviously, less than a 2-hour drive. Take the chance, maybe a ticket's available and we'll get in.
Sure. Seriously, is there anything better than a night game at Lamity for a 12-year-old? Can't imagine it being better than this.
There's no setting like it, that's for sure,
20-year-old,
anywhere.
30-year-old, you name the age. It's pretty darn great.
Oliver Dean's going to pinch hit. Buckley's first pitch, that's a strike. Louisiana's success in the first 3 innings, part of it attributable to the leadoff man getting on. That's happened in the first 3 innings. So trying to stop that trend is Sam Buckley. And that's off to Oliver Dean.
Right, he's born on the 4th of July, and in other leagues he's been in, he's worn number 76 to continue the theme of the 4th of July.
I love that. He didn't move much on a pitch that was right in on him. 5'3", $120, St. Cecilia School in Louisiana. Favorite baseball player, Adrian Beltre. Boy, another one right inside on him, and now leadoff man as they pitch away from taking a walk. Buckley's count. Next one will move him within the 20-pitch limit of the 85. Gets the strike call just at the knees on the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Victor. That's a good one. Same pitch. And a big strikeout, no leadoff man aboard.
Really nice comeback by Sam Buckley, down 3-1 in the count. Comes back, paints 2 balls away for strike 2 and strike 3.
Timmy, the NFL preseason continues Monday. Urban Meyer and his Jags square off against Sean Payton and his Saints. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, the ESPN app. Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, Louis Riddick have the call. Lisa Salters down on the field. Start at 7 Eastern, special edition of Monday Night Countdown, and of course, 1 app and 1 tap. Hello. What? Cole Schecksnyder with 1 down. And behind 0-1, that's way outside.
So Cole's the kid that always helps out when he's not playing. He goes to the field where they play and cleans it up, picks up trash, rakes the field. What Buck Showalter used to do when he was a young kid. He told me once if he didn't become a baseball player, he would have been a groundskeeper. That's how much he loved it. And Ravi's really good at that too.
Love the landscaping. That ball to right field, taking a step in, and now to his left. Star player in left field. A slight hesitation. You know, there's some guys out there that play sports who will slow foot it just so they can dive and make the play. That was not the case with Blaze, but that's legitimate diving catch in left field.
It's a legit web gem there.
How is it? Yes, sir. Sean Kenny's dad says so delicious. better than a burger.
Our boy Xavier Scruggs just texted me. He's going to find Mr. Kenny to get a double cheeseburger. That guy talks about food more than any person I've ever seen. X. Every game I'm ever on, that's all he talks about. He loves it.
So they've cut it in half, 4-2. We're in the 5th inning, of course, 6-inning games here at the Little League World Series. Square to bunt, and that wouldn't work. Landon Kraft pours in a fastball for a strike one to even it up 1-1. Timmy Burns bats in the 7 spot. Damage was done by the top of the order last inning. There's a good swing, but it's going to go foul.
So Timmy Burns is the guy who wants to be a sportscaster, and he's from Kevin Nagandi's hometown. So he can't wait to meet Kevin Nagandi and follow in his footsteps. How about that?
Well, they're really good footsteps to follow in for sure.
His mom looking on. She's got, all right, she's got the smile, so she's kind of having the nervous little pacing.
I got you, Sawyer.
I think Timmy's going to come up here and do the 5th inning. Replace me.
We'll trade one Tim for another.
Same size, same headset.
Does that mean you're going to hit?
Not today.
Time.
His nickname is Squiddy from Squidward, which came from the winter workouts. He's kind of running with arms flying all over the place, and now he's worked himself into a 3-2 count, so they nicknamed him Squidward.
Right, from SpongeBob SquarePants, one of the great underrated cartoons in the history of cartoons.
Is it underrated?
I think so.
3-2, right field. Good read out there, and another diving catch. Eli Clark read that right off the bat. Back-to-back web gems here in Williamsport.
Oh, and Brad, what I love about this is watch the ball tail towards the line, and Eli Clark mid-air adjusts his body. Watch him reach out right there because the ball makes a right turn on him, and he makes the grab. That gets by him. You're talking maybe inside the park home run. A great play by Eli Clark.
Ryan McVay first time up. Big swing and a strike.
Abby, I told you my takeaway from the beginning of the first year I came here is how skillful these defensive players are, especially in the middle infield. But tonight, it's mostly been the outfield that has been so good.
Time.
You know, it's one thing to just overpower people because you're bigger and stronger and you could throw harder. But when you're skillful, like these kids are, that shows how much time and repetition you put into this game.
100% where I was going to go. All the practice, we had a team say they haven't missed a day since the middle of May. It is repetition, it is practice, and it's the idea that we like being around our teammates. McPhee's gone. Fastball there right by him. Landon Kraft.
Greenlight is more than a debit card. It's a time saver, a teacher, a safety net. It's how millions of kids and teens learn about money every day and invest for the long term. Greenlight. It's the money app for families.
Pinch hitter Matthew Strome. He swings and misses. They are taking their hacks against Landon Kraft. He is pumping strikes in right now. 2 down and a 2-run game. And this one is shallow left. Is the left fielder going to be able to get it? Basket catch, Nick Brown. He was the smooth first baseman. He was replaced by Boudreau. And in left, at first, you get the sense that Nick is smooth wherever you put him.
I'd say
move there not to swing. Landon Kraft had already committed, and then he was just getting out of the way, and the bat followed him. Top of the order for Louisiana. Challenged him with a fastball, and Buckley is ahead. 72 pitches. He has certainly been more efficient here lately.
So I love that Louisiana is bordered by water, and one of their best players' name is Landon Kraft.
Yes. all year long.
All year? This is
year.
what we get? Tons.
I do this to annoy Ravi only.
All year. And Major League games are 9 innings. At second base, Carter Bunn quickly. Kraft is retired.
You and Landon Kraft will get along really well because he's a big joke guy, and his #1 joke. Where do umpires stay?
Where do umpires what?
Where do they stay?
At the Umpire State Building.
I love that he knew it. I love that he knew it.
I read the notes, Jess. I read everything. I write everything down. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say they stay at home, like umpires stay at home.
Yeah.
I'd say I was not on the notes that Tim read. I read different notes.
You would get along with a lot of these kids, that's for sure.
G-Money, here comes Garrett. Back at you, and the pitcher Buckley has got 2 down, and he has thrown 76 pitches. Good shape here in the bottom of the 5th. In order for there to be a bottom of the 6th, Pennsylvania's going to have to score at least 2 in the top half.
Well, let's remind everyone you can only throw 85 pitches in a game, and yesterday Gavin Weir had to come out 1 out away from pitching a no-hitter by himself because he had exceeded the limit.
Nick Brown, that's got some eyes, and it sees its way into center field, and now you get some real speed on the bases. Brown has been a thorn tonight for Pennsylvania. He has been on twice, he has scored twice, he's stolen bases the conventional way. And that's going to lead to a quick little conversation about Nick Brown's speed. Buckley and company got to try to keep it here at 4-2, because when they come up in the 6th, it will be the top of the order up, and that's exactly how they got their 2 runs. Bowman's triple followed by the Buckley homer.
So, Rav, you've been here longer than anyone. How many straight steals like Nick Brown had?
Yeah, not many.
Do you see?
Very few. You try to see the double steal, which you're just trying to entice a throw with a runner on third. Very few.
I mean, do you see a couple times a year?
No, I wouldn't say you see a couple times a year. And this time they were at least ready. The pressure on Sean Kenny. He was up quick. But 2 outs, not the worst idea to send him, and he's been so good, and it's not an easy play, and to get somebody that quick and make a good throw and get a tag down. This one is hit shallow left, and down on the ground goes the left fielder DeSanto. Brown is being waved. They go to second, and Nick Brown never stopped running. He comes all the way around and plates a huge run. Now there's that speed.
And here's the teaching moment. If you watch this game, you know this kid can fly, and he's taking the extra base. That throw has to go to third base. They threw it to second. Nick Brown noticed and kept running.
Huge credit to Scott Hawkins. You see him getting all the way down the line, because, by the way, Nick Brown doesn't have eyes on that. Hawkins does.
Boudreau, this is sky high. Jalen Bowman's already taken his hat off. And he makes the play. He immediately threw his hat down, and he gets under it. Big run for Brown, whose wheels have been a huge story tonight. 5-2 to the 6th we go.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
At 3 now in the 9th. Here's the pep talk to try to do that.
We're down 3. Is that enough for them? No. Let's go, Jalen, take him out. Hey, let's battle here. Let's battle.
Jalen Bowman's going to try the battle first against Landon Kraft. Big triple last time up, scored a run. Big swing and a fastball up. Strike 1.
Landon Kraft has faced 5 batters, retired them all, 3 on strikeouts, and he throws. He pitches like he plays shortstop. He throws straight over the top.
Good pitch on the corner.
Came in and then goes away over the top like that. Jalen Bowman's wondering, where's this one going next?
The way he's thrown, he's come inside a lot. They're going to set up way outside this time. And he challenged him. That ball's hammered to left, going back. Oh, he can't get it. Nick Brown with an excellent effort. But a double to lead things off. Jalen Bowman continues to torment Louisiana.
And Sawyer Watkins, just like you said, Ravi, set up outside there, and he put it on the inside part of the plate, and Jalen Bowman did not miss this.
Off the bat, I thought this was out. Nick Brown got a great jump on it, almost made a grab out in left field.
And now the home run hitter, Sam Buckley. First base open, time called by Buckley.
And Ravi, this is where that extra run you were talking about is so important, because this guy hit a bomb the last time up.
Fouled off the plate at home. He took something off of it. And you can see Sam head came out a little bit.
Yes. He got big on that one.
Bowman and Brown are 3 for 5 tonight. The rest of the team is 0 for 13.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is like Bugs Bunny. Literally Bugs Bunny type movement. Made Buckley freeze.
Standing up tall. Oh, misses away, and an easy advance to third.
Hey. So let's see what they do here, right? Everything's a tag for you in the outfield now.
Okay, now
fastball's you. Look at me.
For Louisiana, again, runner at third, nobody out. Just getting out here. You're 3 runs ahead. Ground ball in the infield, sure out. Let the runner score.
1-2 on the way to Buckley. Stays alive.
That was a great battle right there. I mean, that ball was low and away. You never want to leave it in the umpire's hands with 2 strikes, so he just fouls it off. A tough pitch.
So he's seen a fastball down and away, and off speed in. He's wondering where is Landon Kraft going next.
Up.
Challenged him up, foul tip into the mitt. Held onto by Sawyer Watkins, and that is a big out for Louisiana and Landon Kraft.
Brings the fastball. Seeing everything else in that at bat.
Now, can someone else from Pennsylvania make contact, get a hit? Tommy Sergio frustrated. That's called a strike.
We saw Sawyer Watkins standing up again. It's not an easy thing to catch a baseball when you're standing up like that, but he has to, being 4'5".
Armband getting the signs.
Landon Kraft has been outstanding. The only hit he's allowed is that double to Bowman. Bowman waiting for a ball to get by the catcher so he can come on in. Won't happen here. Shallow center field. Nobody's going to get it. And now coming in and scoring that third run, which will bring the tying run to the plate, is Bowman. Sergio with a big single.
It's not always about how hard you hit it. It's where you hit it. Aiden LeBluff loses it in the lights, tries to re-find it. I think he might have had a chance if he had seen it the whole way. He was right there. Finds grass for a single and an RBI.
Pennsylvania's going to have a special pinch runner come in for Sergio with a clutch RBI single here in the top of the 6th. Jack
Aggressive in the
Straminsky
dirt. We don't need anything crazy here, right?
on to run. 3 doubles in the regional for Aiden Ludwig.
Play.
Fouled off. Our boy Sawyer's looking for it. It's down to his left.
Again, 1 out here, 2 runs ahead, sure out somewhere. You don't have to get the lead runner here. Get an out and get the second one no matter what.
Outfield playing real deep. Brown, Hawkins, and Clark in right. That's a high strike that he swings at. 0-2. Ben Ludwig, of course, in the third base box. He's the manager. Mom anxious. Aiden ready. Fouls one off. Look out.
Stevie, our cameraman.
Yeah, close.
Stevie, you all right? There you go. Stevie loves the Pirates. He's not all right. Sorry, Stevie. That was a real cheap shot. That
Very
was
cold.
Not necessary. Sorry.
Got the knives out tonight a little bit.
No.
Timmy.
Sorry.
Coming in punching.
Yeah, you should have seen the shortstop throw. Started with that, and now we're ripping on the Pirates and Stevie. What time is it? Is it past the bedtime?
All right, the game's almost over, okay? Then you'll be done with me, sorry.
Big day tomorrow with Tim. We got a big day. The MLB Classic in town, Little League assignment, baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. 0-2. Another spoil. You got to be ready down there, Steve, and Dad. I love the battle right now.
Come on, kid, win the battle.
Be careful with an off-speed pitch. He is in hit mode right now. Fastball, and he fouls another one off. He's on it.
He's throwing a bunch of fastballs. Let's see if he throws that off speed here. Up 0-2. Aiden seems ready for whatever comes his way here.
Swung at the last 5, and he's made contact on the last 4. No, outside. Good try, Sawyer. Watkins, he catches and moves it right back behind the plate.
Yeah. He framed that about 3 feet.
Sometimes it's hard to sell when you're in the other batter's
Yep.
box.
Another 1-2. That's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nice little A-B.
A little one to short with some spin on it. They'll go to second. Nice hands over there by Aiden LeBoeuf to hold the bag. On a difficult throw from Landon Granger, LeBoeuf held the bag and they get that out.
One sure, throw to first wasn't even necessary there. Get the out.
You gotta let Shexy get this last out, all right?
Yeah.
Let Shexy gonna get this last out for us. Shexy, you good, baby?
Yeah.
I need 1 out, baby. You good?
Is that
All right, that's why they come.
Hey, that was my bad.
No, you good, you good.
I
Hey, go back to short.
That was my bad in the outfield. I don't know what happened.
I need 1 out,
Hey,
Shex.
at least you got that
Go
back
get this
out.
guy.
Keep
All right, fill
calling
it up.
Shex, that's
Play some
Cole
defense.
Schexnayder. The big Shexy, if you will, coming in to get the last out of the game. And that will allow the pitcher who's leaving to be able to go on Monday. Time, first game tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Had you thought maybe we just sleep right here? Start again tomorrow?
I got the hill. The whole
hill. California, Hamilton, Ohio. The winner of this game will get the loser of that one on Monday. Landon Kraft just came out of the game, so he would be eligible to pitch in that game on Monday. Hawaii and Hastings at 11, Texas, Michigan at 1, and we continue at 2 on ABC with Oregon and South Dakota. So it's up to Schexnayder now. Gets the called strike against Blaze DeSanto on an outside pitch.
So this was a very strategic move by Louisiana.
This was a look-ahead move. Still up 2. Tying run at the plate. Big Blaze. Ready to go. That one is too far outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santo had a homer in the regionals. He's got that in his bat, and the breaking pitch rides high. 2 balls and a strike. Crowd is into it. Got about 900 people in and around this ballpark tonight. Good pitch. Blaze thought about it.
Painting away with off speed, 2-2. And let's see where Sawyer sets up. He's my new favorite player. I've watched him the whole game. He's done a terrific job behind the plate.
Again, every tournament he plays in, that's what people say when they leave. Here comes the 2-2 to DeSanto. Jam shot, second base. No play. And we will have 2 men aboard, and the go-ahead run comes on. Aiden LaBeouf perhaps wait on that. Instead, he tried to catch it in the air, and more life for Pennsylvania.
That's a tricky decision. If he takes a step back, he might be able to catch that on 1 hop, but it's a little spinner. It's not going to be an easy play, so he tries to catch it in the air.
Last out in the last inning, always the hardest one to get. Cooper Finaro, big swing, and he fouled that one off.
How about Pennsylvania right now? I mean, they've been just putting the pressure on, responding.
Yep.
Louisiana scoring runs. There's been some mental errors, but Pennsylvania doesn't matter. Keeping their heads held high. The rally cups rocking. Not going away easily.
Inside of Finaro, no move from the base runners.
No matter what happens here, Ravi, this has been a really good Little League baseball.
I mean, great, entertaining. Good pitching, great defense. Some really good speed, and of course some home runs as well. Top of the 6th. Pennsylvania needs 2 to tie. The 1-1. Off speed, roller to first. Now the foot race is on. Won by Louisiana, and that'll be the game. Pennsylvania tried, and man, did they try hard. But what a game. Louisiana, back in 19, lost their first one and didn't lose another one. And are we seeing it again? They lose their first and they win tonight.
What a beautiful comeback by this team. They get no hit in their first game by an unhittable pitcher, and they come back and score 5 runs and win this game. Very impressive bounce back.
Pennsylvania needs to hold their heads up high. A well-fought game. Coming back after Louisiana took the lead. Sam Buckley with a huge home run, and they had some serious fight.
Upper Providence Little League from Oaks, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. What a year. And for Lafayette, Louisiana, team that had to get through their own state tournament, which is brutal enough against teams like East Bank and South Lake Charles. They get a victory here tonight. Well played game. 5-3 is the final score. And now both coaches will address their teams, and the players will rest. Louisiana will be back at it on Monday.
Come here, dude. Hey, it's gonna hurt for a little while, right? It's gonna hurt for a little while. Eyes, guys. I'm smiling, okay? You know why I'm smiling? Because of all the heart and all the effort and all the hard work that you guys put in. You guys are awesome. Eyes up. You belonged here. That was a heck of a baseball game. You took us on a heck of a ride. All these people here came to celebrate you guys. This is gonna hurt because we don't want it to end, right? Hey, I love you guys. I know they'll say the same thing. And I said it before at each stop of the way, guys, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for everything you've done, right? You guys dreamed about this years ago. You got here.